We have some breaking news. I love phasers. I definitely love this one, even though it's got its issues, which we're going to talk about. I particularly love this one, the Boss PH2. This could possibly be my all-time favorite pedal, which is a bold statement, and I've probably said it before about a different pedal, but I actually mean it this time. I love this thing. So what's going to happen is I'm going to line up the 5 phasers that I own. They're all fairly unique to each other, and we're just going to go through them and see what they sound like. This video is in no way like an explainer of what a phaser is actually doing to your tone, but I do mention stages quite a bit. All you have to know with that is stages are basically the depth a phaser is capable of hitting. So that's it. Let's pull out the Jazzmaster and we'll take a look at what these things sound like. All right, we've got a little group of phasers here set up from left to right in order of intensity. So starting down here, this is a Phase 45 cloned kit that I built and painted poorly. This is a classic, the block logo Phase 90. This guy is a lesser known Keeley vintage phaser. It's kind of a take on all the versions of these guys. The Boss PH2, my favorite pedal, as mentioned. 10 stage and 12 stage. The 12 stage removes some of your dry signal, apparently. It's sick. PH3, digital version of nothing. It's just a digital phaser. I always thought this was a digital version of this guy, but it's kind of its own special thing. So I'm just going to go through them all, discuss here and there. We'll have some phaser fun. Let's go. I'm playing my Jazzmaster through an Allen Accomplice Jr., basically a deluxe reverb, but cooler. Sounds like this. All right, the Phase 45. It's extremely subtle. This one preserves your clean tone, probably the most out of any of these pedals. This pedal makes me palm mute a lot. Something about it makes me want to play very quick palm muted notes. I have this on my smaller pedal board. I almost never turn this off. It's something you would barely even know was there unless somebody pointed it out to you. It's just this very subtle little throb. Kind of has almost like a disco flavor, I would say. So that's a 2-stage phaser with no feedback or resonance brought back into itself. MXR Phase 90 block logo. 4-stage phaser with a set depth and a set amount of feedback. Drastically different from this guy. This is probably the most popular phaser out there. I kind of like the script a little bit better. With this guy, you're stuck with this sound. This is what you get. It's a very well-made phaser, tuned perfectly for guitar. It does have its issues. It distorts a little bit, kind of on those lower end of the sweeps. It's easy to mod. If you find an old one, you could just snip out a couple parts and you've got the script one. So if you find this to be cheaper and more accessible than a script, get this and clip out 2 parts and you've got a script. Boom. I find with these two, just having the 1-speed control is incredibly freeing. You just kind of plug them in and go. If you do like being super concerned with what you're doing, this is incredible because this kind of does exactly what these two do with more frills. And it's got the 6-stage phaser. So we've got it set at 6 right now. Feedback's very low. This one also has an added gain boost that gives you a little touch of dirt if you want. I feel like right around here, right above noon, is like unity gain. Some people say this guy has a volume dip to it. I've never actually tested it. I feel like it sort of does, but probably not enough to hear. I doubt anyone in the audience will ever notice this being dipped by probably 1 decibel at most. Anyhow, Keeley Vintage Phaser. This one is discontinued. I think it's now the same exact circuit is in some country guy's signature pedal. Awesome phaser though. I love this thing. So with this guy, if we did want to do a Phase 45 kind of thing, we can do that. Turn down the feedback, depth a little lower. pretty darn close, I think. If we want to do the Phase 90 block logo, switch to 4 phases. Feedback probably, I don't know, halfway. Let's try that. Maybe a little bit more depth. It gets them both incredibly close. This thing's wonderful if you're someone like me and you get sick of tones like easily and you want to have a switch to immediately feel better about yourself. Good job, Keeley. All right, and then we're going to get into the kind of modern versions. This is the most intense phaser, analog 10 and 12 stage phaser. It's the greatest. I love this thing so much. So we're at the 10 stage setting right now. Honestly, it's not far off from the 4 stage. This one sounds a little bit chewier to me. Chewy. So this one has an added resonance knob, so you can actually control the amount of feedback going into it, which this one doesn't have. This one does have. Feedback and resonance, I guess they're the same thing. It's kind of hard to find information on whether those two things are different. Basically makes your frequency more resonant, so you're going to have more peaks. All right, we'll kick back the resonance a little bit more. I find this pedal kind of needs a little bit of resonance to it, the depth alone. It's a little too subtle without the resonance somehow. So in 12-stage mode, that's where it gets the name Super Duper from. This pedal has the smoothest sweep out of all of these, I feel like. To be perfectly honest, as much as I love playing this, if I'm recording this, I do tend to notch out some things because there are some frequencies in here that will clash with a lot of other instruments. Very deep and very bright. Let's max the depth on this guy. Anywho, Boss Super Phaser. The Boss PH3 is just kind of a different beast altogether. We'll even start in this 12-stage setting so you can kind of compare these two. This is digital. There's a lot more emphasis on the lower end of the sweep. This one has more clean signal mixed in than this guy does too for the 12-stage setting. This one will give you more of that phase shift sound where this one is just a wave. So theoretically, this should be able to do MXR block logo in the 4-stage setting. It gets pretty close. I'm not crazy about this thing. It has definitely a tone suck to it. This is bypass. This is just guitar through amp. It's definitely a nice sounding phaser. It can be found very cheaply. I think they still make this. This guy's discontinued. This guy's discontinued. Phase 45? Do they still make Phase 45s? This guy is absolutely not discontinued. This will be around forever. And then this being digital, it's also got an 8-stage phaser. Let's see. Here's 4. Here's 10. Here's 12. And then it's also got the rise and fall settings. Kind of cool, kind of weird. Let's rise now. I guess this kind of gives the effect of always having your sweep go up into the heavens. And then you've got your 311 setting that I think is part of the reason people buy this thing. Fun to play. I don't know if I'd use this for a recording or anything, but it's cool. I'm glad I own it. Anyway, what do you think of these? Do you got a favorite one? Is there one you swear by? Is there one I should know about that's not any of these? I feel like this covers a lot of the phaser bases that are out there these days. I have only tried this and like a Line 6 M5 as far as digital phasers go. I definitely prefer the old analog goodness of a super phase or the Phase 90, but this circuit just needs some cleaning up, which Keeley kind of did with this. And having control over things in here, I know that's not the selling point for this pedal, but if you're a weirdo like me, this is very helpful. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my stupid channel. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye. The whole point of this video is to say that I want a Boss, a PH2 Wazacraft pedal. So get on that, Boss. Thank you.